She exists like a whisper you barely hear, or a shadow on a partly cloudy day, appearing to fade, then unexpectedly bursting forth like a hot ray of sun. She's 2 years older, yet she'll never know the things I know. She'll never read, or write, or solve problems. I've tried to teach her, only to see if I could, and sometimes I believe she's listening, so I keep on telling her what I know, keep on reading to her what I'm reading, keep on talking to her like she's going to answer me back. In truth, I've spent a lot of time wondering what she's thinking. Mama took her to Doc Stewart years ago, and to that thought, he said, "Not much. Not unless it involves music. Then her brain does what it does with astounding proficiency. An idiot savant, Mrs. Stamper. I'm sorry. She'll never lead a normal life. Only the music truly speaks to her." Mama's lips pressed together at the word idiot. On the way out of his office, she whispered to me, "He's the idiot. Well, she'll have her music, won't she?" She was right. Laci's never talked, yet she can play any instrument handed to her. Fiddle, banjo, mountain dulcimer. She's not had one lesson, neither. This come as a revelation when she was 6. Back when Mama and Papa was only sparkin', they sung together for churches, fish fries, tent revivals, weddings, funerals, county fairs. Wherever anyone wanted them, they'd go. One day they stood in the church singing for homecoming, and they sat me and Laci on the front pew so they could keep an eye on us. I pressed against Laci and seen how she watched the lady playing the piano, eyes fastened on the woman's fingers. She never moved, not once, but I felt her breath quicken. After Mama and Papa finished, everyone went into the churchyard to eat. While plates was being piled high with fried chicken, tater salad, biscuits, and pie, nobody missed Laci. Mama and Papa got preoccupied with the preacher, and that's when I heard piano music coming from inside the church. I was the one who found her banging away on the keys. She wa'n't strong enough to pull the heavy wooden bench close, so she stood playing When the Saints Go Marching In, the very last song the lady played. Mesmerized, I stood beside her, watching her small, dainty fingers fly. That's how Mama and Papa found us, and when they realized she was special. It was known as the piano incident, and after that, Laci learned a bunch of songs fast. Sometimes Papa would play his banjo or fiddle, and Laci watched until he'd hand it off to her, and she'd turn right around and play the song. Mama said Papa got to where they let her join when they went singing, cueing her by starting the song off so she'd know what to play. I was left to sit by myself, and I remembered not liking it one bit. Laci didn't like the separation either. She would stop in the middle of a song and stare at me. Just stopped playing whatever instrument they'd given her, and there we'd be looking at each other. After a time or two of this happening, Mama stood me beside Laci. She whispered, "Stand here beside your sister. You know some of the words, so you can sing too, okay?" I was petrified looking at them faces seeming to expect something out of me. One day my words got unlocked and I started singing. Folks pointed and smiled, and feeling encouraged, I become a little more animated each time, swinging my feed sack dress side to side, bouncing on my knees along with the tune. Soon we was going lots of places, and after a while, Papa decided we ought to have a name. He started referring to us as the Stamper family. He was lucky enough to also work for Evergreen Sawmill Company in Kalohi, and he saved up to buy an old truck, a Ford 67 model with wide footboards, and we left our holler and headed into Cashiers, Silva, or East LaPorte, just about any place to sing and entertain folks. I reckon that's how we got to be sort of famous throughout Jackson County, plus the fact folks was always curious about Laci. I was of a mind they only invited us because they'd heard about her and considered she'd been blessed by the Holy Spirit. Her ways are as natural to me as breathing and eating, and I don't like it when people...